You ever sit there replaying every possibility in your head? What if this happens? What if that falls apart? Because part of you believes that overthinking is the same as protection. In today's episode, Decree in Islam. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. There's a quiet truth in our faith that cuts through that noise. The outcomes you're worried about don't arrive because you planned harder or feared louder. They arrive because Allah wrote your story with precision before you ever lived it. Allah says in the Qur'an, قُلْ لَنْ يُصِيبَنَا إِلَّا مَا كَتَبَ لِلَّهُ لَنَا. Nothing will touch us except what Allah has written for us. This line sits inside a surah revealed at a time of real pressure, uncertainty, danger, changes in alliances, and Allah is teaching believers to stop thinking their security depends on calculations and to recognize that protection comes from the one who writes every moment. Allah is showing us that what reaches you isn't random, and what misses you was never meant to land, and there is a calmness that opens in your chest when you stop confusing fear with control. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said that if the entire ummah gathered to benefit you, they could only benefit you with what Allah has already written, and if they gathered to harm you, they could only harm you with what Allah has already written. He ﷺ wasn't telling him to stop trying. He was teaching him how to carry effort without carrying panic, and how to walk through life knowing that nothing slips through the pen of Allah. Think of someone waiting for results from a job interview, forcing themselves to imagine every scenario, and then pausing and whispering, "If it's written for me, it will reach me," and feeling their breathing soften. Think of someone whose plans shifted suddenly, who feels like life is lagging behind, and they remind themselves that delayed doesn't mean denied. It means Allah is arranging a turn they cannot see yet. Think of someone facing a difficult conversation and realizing that they are responsible for showing up with honesty, not for controlling how the other person responds. We all feel the heaviness of wanting guarantees, but some of the most beautiful moments in this Deen happen when you accept that you're held by a Lord who never loses track of you. There's a scene from the Prophet ﷺ life when a companion asked him for guidance that would carry him through everything, and he ﷺ told him to guard Allah and trust that Allah will guard him, to know that what reaches him was never going to miss, and what misses him was never meant to reach. Doing your part with excellence, leaving the unseen to Allah, and walking into your days with the kind of calm that comes from knowing you're not navigating this alone. Ya Allah, the Most Wise, make our hearts steady with what you write, make our efforts sincere, and make our trust deeper than our fear. If this reminder helped you breathe a little easier about what's ahead, share it with someone who's trying to trust Allah's decree without feeling overwhelmed by the unknown. Subscribe for more. Deen Daily Pulse. The heartbeat of the ummah.